Tell us about the Hacienda, the role that Hacienda plays for workers and business in Spain.
Okay, so about income tax, you already, if you have been to Spain, you know we have to do income tax filing.
Yeah. What's up, people? It's your boy Aiki, and today we're live on Righteousmediagh. Today I'm at the office of lawyer Ritu, and she's here to tell us a lot about the taxes, the whole taxes situations in Spain, as well as Hacienda, and anything that you need to know. And she is an immigration lawyer here in Spain. Lawyer, good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon. Yes, I am Ritu. I am Gestora in Spain. I'm working in the income tax field and immigration field. So, and also about the dekhete, it's like for the cars, if you want to change your ownership and change your driving license, we can help with all this stuff.
Okay. Thank you very much for having me here today. We are very, very happy to be at your office today.
Thank you so much for coming and give me this opportunity to talk with Ghanaian people and explain them about income tax filing.
All right, I think you're definitely doing very, very well, because we have heard your name outside the box, and that is why we decided to follow up and then bring you to the people, so that the people will know the type of person you are. So tell us about your service.
Yes, as I said before, I'm Gestora. I'm working in BIC. My offices are in BIC, and I'm providing income tax filing service, immigration services, and also related to the dekhete for the ownership, to change the ownership of the car, etc., and also apply for the any help or subsidies.
Okay. All right. So apart from taxes, we are the foreigners. We say we are the immigrants. So what are the requirements for some of us to have working permit here?
The requirements now from 20th of May, the rules are going to change. So instead of waiting for 3 years, now they have to wait for 2 years, and then they can apply for the socio-laboral. And one of the main changes are that they don't need to get informe de inserción social, like they don't need to go to the Ayuntament, don't need to do the Catalan course to obtain that they are integrated in the society. So this will be helpful for many people, because we know there are a lot of people who don't study, they can't study. So this will be helpful, and also it is reducing a 1 year of living in Spain illegal, because when you are illegal it is difficult to find a job, stuff like that. So this rule that going to apply from 20th of May will be very useful for a lot of foreigners.
Okay. So as I heard you clear, that you are saying that this time around there are not going to be any Catalan courses for people who want to apply for these.
For socio-laboral, not, they are not going to do that.
Okay, thank you very much. So tell us, you said about the type of the arraigo. Tell us about this type of arraigo, as you said earlier.
There are 5 type of arraigo. Arraigo segunda oportunidad, it's a second chance. So somehow somebody lost their documents or got rejected, they can opt for second chance arraigo. The second one is socio-laboral. I already told that they have to wait for 2 years, but yes, still they need a work contract to apply it. And the third one is social. It's the same one, similar one, the 3 years period that we already knew about it. And socio-formativo is then when you have to apply for the course. So we had this before also. It was called arraigo por formación, but now it's socio-formativo, so it's little bit changed. Then in this case they need a Catalan courses, they need a informal, like report that they are integrated in the society. And the last one is arraigo familiar, the family arraigo. It is only possible when you are family of European Union, like your Spanish people family.
And I want to ask about the arraigo familiar. So some people say is that when you apply for that, they give you 5 years for the first time, and then after renewal, how many years do you entitle to get?
Then after 5 years you can apply for the long term, And from 20th of May, there's also some rules changed. Like if you are below 30 years age, you will get the Araigo Larga Duración, a long permit residence for 5 years. But if you are above 30 years, then it will be for 10 years.
Okay, so if you are below 10 years,
30 years.
30 years, then you can get 10 years long.
No, if you're below 30 years, you will get the card for 5 years. But if you are above 30 years old, then you will get the card for 10 years.
Let's say you've got the first 5 years card.
Yeah, you got the Raigo Familiar, okay?
Yes.
Then you can renew, like if you have been here for 5 years, then you can apply for the long-term residency card, okay?
Okay.
And from 20th of May, if you are below 30 years old, then you will get the card for 5 years. But if you are above 30 years, then you will get the card for 10 years.
Okay.
The validity has changed.
Okay.
Because before that it was only the long-term residence card was only for 5 years, but now it is changed and it's for 10 years.
Okay.
If you are above 30 years old.
Okay. So tell us about the Hacienda, the role that Hacienda plays for workers and business in Spain.
Okay, so about income tax, you already, if you have been to Spain, you know we have to do income tax filing.
Yeah.
Normally the period starts in April till June, 30th of June. So now it's the time for income tax filing. When you have to do the income tax filing, because everybody asks if we are obligated, if we are not obligated, if we do once, we have to do always. No, if you do once, it doesn't mean you have to do always. It depends on some criteria, like your income should be below, like there's a limit. Okay, so if you earn more than 22,000 euros per year, you are obligated to file your income taxes. Okay, but in case you have worked in two different companies, so you have like two different employer, then the limit is 15,876 euros per year. Okay, but you only have to do if from the second employer you earn more than 1,500 euros. Okay. And apart from this, you are obligated if you get any another income, like rental income more than 1,000 euros, or you got some interest if your income is more than 22,000 euros, or 15,876 if you have worked in two different companies and the second one or the first one paid more than 1,500 euros. You are also obligated to file the taxes if your other incomes like rental income is more than 1,000 euro per year, or if you get like capital gains, dividends, or interest more than 1,600 euros. So for all these four type of like these are the criteria if you are obligated or you are not obligated.
Okay, I also want to know, let's say you've got your document, you've worked for the first year. What time is it best for you to start to declare your taxes?
Yeah, in the within the timeline, it's from April until June. If you submit the taxes after 30th of June, it will be considered a late filing, and it can be that you have to pay the fine to submit something late.
Okay, so if someone gets a new document,
yeah,
and how many years do that person or does that person have to file for this tax?
As I said, there is no limits. Every year is different.
Okay.
For example, in 2024, my income is 22,000 euros.
Okay.
Then I have to file the taxes for that year because my income is exceeding the limit.
Okay.
Okay, but just imagine in 2023, my income is only 15,000 euros. I'm not obligated, but I always recommend to my clients to check with the consultant if you are getting something in refund, because normally if you work only half year and your income was only 14,000 euros and the company took taxes from your payslip, then normally usually from my experience they get some refund.
Okay,
because if they took the tax, normally they get back.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's say I am immigrant. I have been here for 5 years and I just get my documents. Once I receive the documents, how many years do I have to work before I declare the tax?
Like as I said, for example, you are immigrant and you get the documents in 2025.
Yes.
This year, okay?
This year, yes.
Okay, so this year you don't have to do the, like, now we are doing the filing for the previous year.
Okay.
So if you got the documents in 2025, so you don't need to do the filing, because previous year you were not working legally.
Yes.
And so you don't have to do that.
Okay.
But in 2025, if I start working from June, for example, till December, so the following year in 2026, yes, I have to do the filing, because previous year I have been working in Spain.
Okay.
Okay.
The reason why I'm asking this question is that when you go out there, a lot of people may be talking, you've just got your document, you have to work for 3 years. No, it is not like that, as
It's
the
not
lawyer
like
said.
that. It's not
So
like
you
that.
have to come and see a legal practitioner to teach you what you have to do, because don't listen people out there. They don't know
Yeah.
anything. So a lot of people have been doing this, that, you just call your document. You don't have to do that tax. You don't have to do Hacienda. You don't have to do it.
No. That's not true. You don't have to wait for 3 years. That's why Ghanaian people receive a lot of fines.
Yes.
Because they don't ask for the advice to the advisor. They
Yes.
just help each other.
Very good.
Yeah.
They just be helping others.
Yeah, because I have been like I have a lot of clients from Ghana in this Ghana community.
Yes.
And every person have these issues. But I'm not doing this because my friend told me that.
Yes.
And I said, your friend is not a legal advisor.
Yeah.
So please don't believe what the people are saying.
Yes.
It's good to help your friend. I always say it's good to inform them, but they do not have sufficient information
About it.
Yeah, so I'm not saying they are doing it for bad intention, but they are just don't know about it.
Okay, let me say this again, please. If you have no information about what you're trying to say, please stay away.
Yeah.
Because you are causing a lot of problem to a lot of people. Because that is why we always get fined. Because Obiase or Hacienda or Boka, the person has to pay, the person got fined. Just because we are giving the people a wrong information. So please, Ghanaians, come and see the person who is responsible for this. Other than seeing your friends to go give you information, meanwhile they can't even read Spanish, let alone to speak it. It's a good problem. It's a good problem. So how often should we file these taxes in Spain?
Every year. There's this, like from April to June they start the period. In that time you have to file the taxes for the previous year.
Okay. So tell us about the declaration of the renta.
Let's see, like if you are tax resident in Spain, it means you have been in Spain more than 183 days, then you need to do the filing as a resident. And if you have been less than 183 days and you got some income from Spain, then you have to do also taxes in Spain, but just for the income that you obtained in Spain. Okay. But if you have been more than 183 days, you need to file worldwide income in Spain. Okay. And also if you are tax resident or no, it depends on the days that you have been into Spain. And plus, if your main income source is located in Spain, like if you were unemployed in your previous country and you are getting only like your full year income in Spain, so you have to do the filing in Spain. And another thing, if you have been working, for example, in Germany, but your family and your children are staying in Spain, then you are also obligated to file the taxes in Spain.
Okay, thank you very much. And I also want to know if someone has been fined by this Hacienda, how does this fine affect their tax status?
Tax status?
Yeah.
There are many issues. Like if you have some debts with the government, you don't get any aids, like any help from the government, like for child welfare or anything. They are not going to provide you, because they are going to say that you have debt with the Spanish government, so we are not going to approve this help for you. And another thing, if you don't pay the debt fastly, it will increase a lot, because their interests are very high, very huge. So a lot of people, I always say when they come to file taxes, please update your current address. most of them they do not update their current address.
Yes.
So if the government has to send any letter, they do not receive it.
Going to different wrong address.
Wrong address. So if they are not receiving it, they are not going to answer it. If they are not going to answer it, it will be they are not going to have a time to approve to give a proof if they did the tax filing correctly or incorrectly.
Yeah.
So they will consider you did incorrectly and they will put a fine, and they can also ask you to refund the amount that you got. So if you don't refund in time, they will charge the interest, and the interests are very high.
Okay. So according to lawyer, so wherever you are, please update your residence, your address, where you are staying, because some of us have been getting a lot of letters without our knowledge. We don't even know where they are.
Yeah.
They've been going to different wrong locations.
Yes. So Ghanaian people who do not speak Spanish or Catalan, I recommend them to have one paper where is written their address, email ID, phone number, and residency number, and their birth date, because a lot of people do not read or they do not speak Spanish or anything else. So just to make sure they are providing the correct information, they must take written everything: email ID, phone number, and address. These three things are commonly and useful for used in many things.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So tell us about something small. Like, let's say I want to start a small business. Here, what are the steps that I need to do so that I will not get fined about these type of taxes?
Yeah, if you want to do you have to register as autonomo, and you have to pay the autonomo things, like you have to register as a freelancer. This is the first step. You have to register with Social Security and also with the income tax department, and do your taxes quarterly.
Okay, so let's say we want to register our business, Righteousmediagh GH. It is a media house here. So how will we go about?
Yeah, I recommend, because it is not very easy for one common man to do it. So I just recommend to go with Gestora and tell them, look, I'm going to open this business. I'm thinking to invest this money. My office will be located at place. If you don't have office, it's okay. I'm going to work from home. So give all their details, so they will register your business. It will help you.
Okay. So what are the common mistakes that we Ghanaians, we the immigrants, are doing here in this country that we need to change from it, or we need to address it very urgent?
The common thing that they do, it's like they are changing Gestora. Like they come to me, register it, then they go to the another Gestora, because they think that my friend recommended me that person. So sometimes with all this huge difference, some information I have, some information they have. So mainly there is a lot of issues, and sometimes they forget to submit quarterly taxes, and then they put a fine on them.
Okay, so according to lawyer, wherever you go to submit it, please stay, because if you become a client, then she has to build that relationship with you. Once you come to this place, then you go to the other person, you are complicating things.
Yeah,
so please, you have to stay with her, and then she does everything for you.
Yes,
perfectly. So
unless the other person is very bad and you really need it, so please ask them from the previous Gestora to give you all your documents, because if they keep the documents and they throw it, and in sometimes you got any inquiry from the government, and you will not have a proof to approve it. So it's always better to carry all your documents with you and keep it in safe place.
Okay, so give us an advice to we Ghanaians and also the immigrants that are things that we don't understand about this tax system.
Yeah, the things you don't understand, one is why I have to pay. This is the common question that I have to respond every day, every time. In the end, in Spain, it's a progressive income tax. It means more you earn, more you have to pay the taxes. Okay, so if my income is 30,000 and my company is only taking 2% of IRPF, so it's normal. When you come to do the filing, the portal will say that you have to pay some amount because you haven't paid from your payslip. Okay.
Okay.
So when people get refund, they are very happy. But when they have to pay the additional tax,
It's
they are like,
plowing.
I don't want to do it. So I says, if you earn more than 22,000 euros, you are obligated to do it. Okay. If you don't do it, then they will put fine, and you will also has to pay interest and late filing. Okay. Sometimes you are not obligated. If you just worked in one company and your income was less than 22,000 euros, in that case, you don't need to do the tax filing if you have to pay. Okay. But if
Okay.
you're getting in refund, then do it because you are getting some refund.
Okay, so tell us, can Hacienda freeze someone's account or someone's
Yes,
asset?
yes, yes. Because I always say they have a lot of power. They have power to freeze your house, your pay slip. The house is a very big amount, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But yes, your pay slip they can freeze it, and if you don't want to pay, they will say to your employer, "This person, I have debt with him, so I will take the money from from his or her pay slip."
Okay, so give us the overview of this residence tax.
Overview. Yeah. Always go with the tax consultant to check if you are obligated or you are not obligated. If you are getting some refund, you have to pay the tax. If you have to pay the tax because you are obligated to do that, please do it. If you don't do now, the Hacienda will come to you. They will put fine for the late filing, plus they will charge the interest. And if you don't want to pay, they will freeze your pay slips. Like they will freeze your accounts also.
Okay, so let's talk about the tax range. As you said earlier, that it ranges from the 19 to 49.
Yeah,
So
90 to 47%.
92 to 40, 19 to 42%.
47%.
So tell us about this tax range.
Yeah, as I said, more you earn, more you have to pay the taxes. So if your income is less than 12,000, then you are not going to pay around 19%. But if your income is as amount is increasing, you have to pay the more percentage.
Okay.
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 Normally, all the people who works in a factories like in our big city, their range are should be around 22 to 24%.
Okay.
Most of them. There are some people who earn more very good, so their range is higher. But for normal person working in a factory, it should be around 22 to 23%, because it's better to pay more than pay less, because if you pay more, in the end you will get refunded, but if you pay less, then you have to pay additional tax on it.
Yes. So and those people that who when you get money, you are happy. When you get fine, you are crying. It's vice versa, bro. When you get money, just have to know that one day you also get fined because the government doesn't give you money for free.
Exactly.
So whenever you get money,
And
prepare for
sometimes
it.
also happen like if one person is on paro, like he's getting unemployment benefits from the government. uh, Unemployment benefits, they do not took the tax, so it's a tax free.
Yes.
So when the person come here and this is, but I am on paro, I'm unemployed, I'm not working, so why I'm not getting anything in refund? Because in to the government, the tax system works like, if I give one pen to the government, if I don't have to pay the tax, they will return me this pen. But not they are going to return something from their pocket. They are just returning me something that I already paid to them.
Okay.
Okay. So these things I want that you explain to Ghanaian people so they can understand. If they are they didn't pay the tax, they are not going to get anything back.
Okay. Okay. So some people say that my paro money is very small. My paro money is very small. It's because you are not paying tax. So if you don't pay tax, how will you get more money? People, when you are working and you are paying tax, then you are crying. But when you are resting and they are paying you, then you are enjoying. It's impossible. If you don't pay the taxes, how would we expect the government to pay you back?
Yeah, they only give you back what you have paid to them.
Yes. So you haven't paid anything, then you are requesting something that is impossible. So okay, lawyer, if somebody gets letter, what are the first things that the person have to do?
Yeah, they have to read the letter, see what they are asking, and trying to respond them as soon as possible, because they give 10 days or 10 to 15 days. Basically it is written on the letter how many days do you have to respond them, so they have to respond as early as possible, because if you don't respond them, they can fine you because you are not responding to them.
Okay.
Because if you get the letter, you are obligated to respond them. If you don't do it, they can fine it to you.
Okay. Okay. Today we are here on Righteous Media GH, and I'm at the office of a lawyer, Ritu. She is a taxer. She knows everything about taxation, everything about Hacienda. When you have problem, when you have letter concerning this issue, you have to come to this office and she will do everything for you. As I said earlier, that we heard the name outside the bus and then we walk to the office, and indeed she has received us very, very friendly, and we are very happy to be at the office. And as I said earlier, that when you have any problem, you come to the office and then she will do everything. We will not take much of your time today. So what are the general advice that you will give it to the Ghanaian people?
Okay, regarding, because today we are going to just speak about income tax. We will make another video for immigration, because there are a lot of new rules, and I want that every immigrant should know about it. So we will create a new video in next session soon. I think in June soon. We can do it.
Yes,
right?
In June, yeah.
In June we can do it. Okay, so for the income tax, like simple advice: if you have worked previous year, come to the tax consultant so they can check if you have to pay or you are going to receive refund, if you are obligated or you are not obligated. Because a lot of people don't know how much I earned last year, previous year. Like they just don't know, because it's not something that we calculate every month. Okay, this month I got 1,200 plus. So no, you go with the tax consultant and they will advise you according to it. Second thing, a lot of scam is going in Spain, everywhere. A lot of persons who are not tax consultant, they are not tax consultant, because a lot of people go to the fruteria and they ask them to do the renta, or they go to the barber shop and they ask, can you do the renta for me?
Even printing presses.
Even like go to the any kind of shop where they are not the tax advisors. They never studied or never went to the university, and they never read about all the article taxes. And I am just surprised, because some people go to the barber shop and ask them, can you do it renta for me? And I said, but how much they are charging? This is 10 euros, 5 euros. And I said, you have to pay only once a year. Okay, and this is a very important thing. You don't take it as light as the Ghanaian people are taking it, because then if someone do something wrong, the person who has to pay the consequence is not the person who submitted it.
It's you.
It's you.
Yeah.
It's you who will, because who will have problems. Like I feel very bad for that people, because I, being an immigrant from immigrant family, I know how hard is it to work in a factory, and how hard is to obtain that salary. And people are just using their innocence to make money. Making a money, it's not a problem. Everybody has to do business, but do the right way. Please do not scam with innocent people. Do not do that. Because a lot of Ghanaian people are very, very innocent, and they do not have a much idea about it. So I just recommend, even if it's not with me, if I am not translating the sufficient interest, go with any Gestor who is legalized and who has a license to do the taxes.
Okay, so this advice goes to a lot we the Ghanaians, because we're facing a lot of problems here, because we don't have any idea of what you do. We can go to certain place and they say, oh, when you go to this place I get a lot of money, so you need to go there. These kind of directions are very, very bad. Very bad,
because if you will get the money, because this is just a draft. Okay, it's not the real one or the final one. You are just submitting something from your side, and then the government will verify and let you know if what you have submitted is correct or not. Okay. So that from my experience, all the things that I have seen, one of is that the person is fine in front of me, and I say, but you have a disability of 75%. Is it true?
Look at this.
And this is disability. I don't have any disability card. And I said, but someone written that you are disabled. And he said, but I am not aware of it, and I ask, why you are
You don't have no idea about that.
yeah. Then I always say this, please don't go such places and go with one legalized gestor who has right to work. It can be me, or it can be any person where you can see he's working as a gestor or as a lawyer, but not go to the barber shop
So-
and do Hacienda there.
Yeah,
Because it's only one time thing, but it can create a lot of problems
problem
for you.
Yeah. Because as lawyer is saying, this is very big problem. How will you go and submit that someone is a disability, meanwhile the person is not? You see, that person is using that for you to get a lot of money and still bring you a lot of problems. That is what we are saying. That please let me speak to you, Ghana for no. When problem can bra nipa no no what's our information ho no na onye bibi ne ma mfam ko ma aja ko ma no kan kire ose ko ayi kwa ma saba no ho oye eminye escapa is very bad thing. So please now seek a legal person to do this thing for you. And I say it again, seek person who has the knowledge, who has been taught, who has all the information about it. Then don't just go to someone and then the person will do it for you and create a lot of problems for you in the future. Thank you very much for clearing these things for us.
Yes, because Ghanaian people are very simple people. They do not have much things to in Spain. They
Yeah.
just have a work income.
Yes.
And even if they go to a barber shop, I don't know what they are going to add on their
Yes.
renta.
Yes.
And most of people do not speak Spanish. They do
Yes.
not have a critical analysis to
yes.
see their renta, right? So it is request, and I recommend. I really appreciate all the Ghanaian clients that I have and all the immigrants people. Please go to the right place to do the renta, and not to the places they do not have a much idea. They have never been to the school. They never studied. So I think now the gestors are also not charging a lot. They are charging very reasonable price. So you are going to pay the same in barber shop, and you are going to the pay little bit, maybe little bit more to the gestor. Then pay a little bit more and be safe.
Yes, it is. So please don't think about what you're going to pay. Think about the safety of your living.
Yeah.
You see, the safety is very important. You see, we don't have to think that short term that I have to pay this and problems are problems. In this place, when you get problem, it's a very big problem. You know, we the immigrants, we are living here because of our residence card that we have, and when these taxes freezes, it's problem. It's another problem.
Yes. Because this the main problem that I have seen with Ghanaian society, with Mali society, Senegal society, overall all African countries, that they are using their innocence. So that's so bad.
Yes.
And I just think that your rentas are not complicated. I agree, because you just have one income and
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah.
But I recommend go with the safe place, because they can help you better.
Yes. So as she said, that go to the safe place. That's all. Don't complicate things. Just go to the safe place. Take your documents. Come to lawyer. That's all. Don't go to barbering shop. Don't go to locutorio. Don't go to any other. Go to the lawyer. The lawyer. That's all. Huh? So, and you people, please let me say this: stop recommending people to adapt. Stop explaining things if you cannot read. You see, you've been here for 20 years, but you've not been to school for 1 year. You've been here for 30 years, you've not been to school for 6 months. So please, let these people go to the right people.
Yeah, go to the right place.
Yeah.
So that's all. That's all for Ghanaian people, and I will come with another video about immigration and all the new regulations. So because I think they should know about it, and I would really appreciate if you can put subtitles what language they speak.
Okay.
Because a lot of Ghanaian people, even they do not speak English.
Yes.
Because your local language is different.
Yeah.
So I just want that nobody in this world has to have a problems because they have a less knowledge.
Yeah.
Or they are innocent and they believe other people. So
Yeah.
I just want everyone to be aware from all the scams that is happening.
Okay. Okay, so we are going to do exactly what lawyer is saying, and as she said earlier, that we are coming back to do the immigration, a full video about the immigration, and today is our first time, and you come back again to do the immigration video. Okay, so lawyer, tell us, when are you considered as a tax resident in Spain?
Yeah, when you stay more than 183 days in Spain, or secondly, your main economic interests are located in Spain. For example, you have business in Spain, or your family is living in Spain, then you are considered a tax resident in Spain.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So like when your family is living in Spain,
Yes.
it means that you are considered as a
tax resident in Spain. For example, I'm giving an example. Okay, my family, my husband and my kids are living in Spain, and I have a business in Dubai. Okay, but as my family is living in Spain, I also consider a tax resident in Spain.
Okay, so
even I'm not working here, but my family is living here.
Okay, so
and they depends on me.
Okay, so the people for example, a lot of Ghanaians, their family are here, and some of them are working in Germany, in UK or Belgium. They are considered as tax residents in Spain.
Yes.
They have to declare their taxes.
The taxes in Spain. Yes.
Really?
Yeah, this is something new, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But by the rule, it's like that, because your main economic interest, like your business or your family, if they stay in Spain, they have to do the filing here.
Okay, so when you stay more than 183, more than 183 days, it also you have to also declare tax in Spain.
Yes. Like in 2024, I came in June and middle of June, and I have been until December. As it is more than 183 days, I need to do the filing in Spain.
You need to do the filing in Spain.
In Spain, yes.
Okay, and then as you said earlier, when the family too is living here too, you have to do the filing here. And when you do the filing, as you are working there, how is the process? Like as you're working in different country and the family is
here. Because sometimes with many countries we have a double taxation treaty. In the end, I always say double taxation treaty, they relieve little bit from the taxes, but you always end paying more taxes than usual. Like you have to pay taxes. For example, if you are living in Germany, you have to pay taxes there too, and in Spain too.
You have to pay in both countries.
Yeah, and you will get with double treaty taxation some relief, but still it's more than if you have been only in one country.
Okay, so if I'm working in Germany, and then because my family is here, I have to pay both country taxes. Yes. I have to pay in Germany and pay in Spain.
In Spain.
Wow, this is new to me.
Yeah, this is. I was also surprised when I studied about it, and it's like that. And with double treaty, people think you don't have to file taxes. It's like if I pay taxes €2 in Germany, and with double treaty, I will get deduction of 50% that I have been already paid. If I pay 2, in the end, the amount that I have to pay, it will be just reduced €1. Okay. Because I already paid 2 in Germany.
Okay. For example, like some people too are working they are living in Spain, but they are work. For example, like we do YouTube and a couple of stars. You see that they say American treaty and Euro treaty is different. We don't understand that type of taxation.
Treaty.
Yeah, because
but every treaty is different. Like European Union treaty, they also have a treaty with India. They have also treaty, I think, with Ghana too. But we have to search for every country to see if they have treaty or not. They have treaty.
So these people that they are working on different countries, some of them are not aware. Some of them are not aware that they have to pay for both countries. Some only pay for the countries that they are working.
Yeah, that's issue. Like if they know about it, tax system, they might have problems.
So what are the benefits of paying for these both?
There is no. It's only benefits for the government, not for you, because you have to pay taxes there and here too.
So the government. Then I'm telling this, but I think then you have to move the whole family.
Yeah, I think that's the best solution.
Yeah.
Because if your wife is not working and it depends on you, so you will be considered a tax resident in Spain.
Tell us more about this
Yeah,
tax.
well, if your family or your kids are living, they depends economically on you, and you are not living in Spain, you are, for example, working in Germany, then you still consider a tax resident in Spain.
Okay.
That's interesting, right?
Yeah, because this is my first time hearing this, and
Yeah, that's is very surprising for me too. But it's only when they depends economically on you. For example, if I have a son who's working, then it's okay. He can be in Spain, I can be in Germany. But
yeah.
if my wife and my kids both depends on me, then I consider a tax resident in Spain.
Okay, so if as I heard you earlier, it means that if you have case below 18 years, then you have to pay this.
It's below 25. It depends economically on you.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
If they work, it's okay.
Okay, if they're working, then it's okay. If they're not working, then you have to pay for these countries.
Yes. That when do you have to file the taxes?
Yes.
First, when you earn more than 22,000 euros per year.
Okay.
Second, when you have more than one employer and your income is above 15,876 euros, and from the first or second employer you got more than 1,500 euros. Okay.
Okay.
Third, when you have a properties, like you have rented one property and from that property you are obtaining 1,000 euros at least, then you need to you are obligated to file to do the income tax filing. Fourth, when you get some savings income, like you have some savings in your account and you are getting some interest, you have some dividends, etc., then in this case, if that amount is more than 1,600 euros, you are obligated to file taxes.
So now, if I have a, let's say I have a stock, that I contribute, or I'm contributing 250 euros a month, or let's say for the interest rate, if my money is growing, I still have to pay tax.
If your money is growing,
is growing,
I know
I have
in
dividends.
stock market is different.
Okay.
Stock market, if you purchase and sell, then you have to pay the taxes.
What if I'm doing it continuously, like monthly?
If you don't if you don't sell, then you don't have to pay the capital gains.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
In stock market, it's always purchase and sell. If you buy something and you sell them, then you got some profit or some losses, then you have to declare in the income tax filing. But until that stock is still there, you don't need to. It will not consider a capital gain.
Okay, let's say I have invested to 20,000 euros into, let's say, into
stock market,
which I'm not going to buy and sell, but the system is going to do it automatically. Let's say,
then you don't have to. It's if you buy some stock and you live there and you are not going to do anything, like you are not going to selling it, in that case you don't have to pay the taxes, because it doesn't consider a capital gain yet, or capital loss.
Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank
Bye-bye.